Hello everyone, I'm High Priestess or Terfinus. Today is March 30th of 2022 and I want to show you how witches use bay leaves in witchcraft to do quick spells. Basil is available in all grocery stores. I have dried basil, but you can use fresh basil. Fresh basil is easier to write on because dry basil tends to crack and break, so you have to be delicate. You have to be careful when you write on dry basil. So if you can get your hands on fresh basil is soft, so it does not tear and break as easily. Use fresh basil, but keep in mind also that fresh basil is always more expensive than the dried ones, but it does not matter. Let me just say that it does not matter if you use dried or fresh basil. It still has the magical properties. The only difference is that one is dried and the other is fresh. They still work the same way in the craft. Now, when witches use basil leaves, they want to do a quick spell. Maybe a witch that is on the go, or a witch that is rushing, that needs a spell to work quickly. So you write down what you want on that basil leaf. So say for instance, you want money. Do not use a pen or pencil with either dried or fresh basil because it will not show up as bold. You want to use a marker, a really good marker. I would suggest a permanent marker, meaning don't use your children's markers. Use a permanent marker like this. So say for instance because basil leaves is for a quick spell. Let's say you need a quick $10. Okay, no problem. I have my candle here lit, my tea light candle here lit, and I have my bay leaf. Write down the amount that you need. So write down the denomination, which is $10. Oh wait, I have to get something. Give me 1 minute. I have to get something. I forgot something. I always forget something after I have cast my magical circle. I hate that, but I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds. I have to go get something because I don't want to burn my fingers when using this candle. So give me 2 seconds and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I had to get my, these are not tongs. I can't find my tongs, so I had to use these pinchers to grab hold of the basil leaf when I burn it. Yes, you can, of course, use your fingers, but I'm not using my fingers because I'm not putting myself at risk of getting burnt. It's just not going to happen tonight, okay? So, and you also need something that is fireproof. Like my cauldron here. Something fireproof. It can even be a bowl. Anything that's fireproof. So I take this and put it into the flame. Let that burn. So let's say for another quick spell, maybe you are just getting over the common cold, not the flu, the common cold, because the common cold is easier to deal with, easier to handle. So you write down on a bay leaf, you write down health. So you do it again. You take a bay leaf and you write down the word health. Because maybe you are just recovering from a cold, but you still have symptoms. You're still coughing and you still have a stuffy nose, but yet you're not contagious anymore. You still need health. So write that on a bay leaf, health. So we have the word health. And you do the same thing. You burn it in the flame of your chosen candle. You can choose the color of the candle that you want. I just have white because white is universal and can be found everywhere. But any color that you feel drawn to, use that color candle. But for me personally, I just like white candles because they're just available everywhere. You take it. Simple as that. And of course, you want to do real world action. Go out and get the money. Go out and get the medication so you can finally get over the common cold. You still have to do real world action for every single spell to work. For every single spell to work, you have to do real world action. You have to do something. You have to do something for some of you witches to finally experience real significant and, more importantly, I believe, permanently positive change. So this is just a demonstration on what you can do with ingredients that you probably already have in your kitchen cabinet. Almost everybody has bay leaves, may it be dried or fresh. Almost everybody has bay leaves, and it's so easy to go out to the grocery store and find. And like I just mentioned at the beginning of this broadcast, you can use fresh or dried. The magical properties are still the same. The only difference between basil leaves that are fresh and basil leaves that are dried is the price. So do stick, like I always tell you witches, always stick within your budget. So do share this broadcast with especially any new witch who doesn't even know that what they could have in their own kitchen cabinet can be used in the craft. And I'll see you guys next time.